Welcome to Unbiased and on the Fence. I just wanted to hop on here and catch you guys up with all of the fascinating, amazing things that's been happening. Oh, wow. Okay, so I know there's plenty of things to get distracted about, but you know what? Whenever there is an uptick in distractions, there is usually an uptick in positive things to focus on too. So, getting out in nature. Wow, I caught this footage here. This was me looking at the moon here, and I was. You'll see the moon's in the center, Jupiter's to the right, and you'll notice that there's a light that I first noticed come right out. Right, I noticed it right by the moon at first, and I thought it was a star, and I'm like, I don't remember a star being there, and then it was moving. You'll see here. By the time I got set up and started recording it, it had moved away a little bit, but yeah, you can see it was moving pretty fast. It was really bright for me to be able to even pick it up. For me to even be able to pick it up with my phone camera, it had to be pretty bright, as you see there. None of the other stars are really showing up. And I did try to zoom in a little bit on it, but you know how it is. It always goes out of focus. So it wasn't blinking like this. It was simply, to the naked eye, it just looked like a star, but it was really bright. And, you know, after seeing that, I was like, I don't know. It was definitely brighter than what I see satellites being, because they're hard to even capture on pictures, as you see in this one here. After a while, after that one, I started seeing multiple, what I would consider to be satellites in the sky. But after I saw so many of them at one time, I'm like, this is kind of weird. Because you see right here, there was one here, one here. That one's kind of hard to see. It wasn't very bright. And then another one here. Now, these shots are done by me having my phone on a tripod and just taking a picture where it leaves the shutter open for 10 seconds. So this is how far the streak is, because this small satellite was moving across the sky, and this is how far it moved in 10 seconds. So you can see there were 3 of them, and they moved about the same distance, pretty much, a little bit different. And if we zoom in, that's the really faint one there. Okay, so after this happened, I was like, you know, I was circling with my laser, trying to get a power up or anything like that. And I actually said that. I was like, I'm just going to call you a satellite if you don't do something amazing. And then this happened. Okay, so something cool happened with this image here. I actually messed it up a little bit, but it actually worked out in my benefit. So because I was trying to capture what was happening, normally I use the voice activation, but this time I tapped it with my finger. So what you'll notice is all of the stars here, all the stationary objects look like a J. So these were really just stars. But because the shutter was open for 10 seconds and I bumped it to take the image, it moved a little bit and it caused this little J swoop, and then it settled at this point for the rest. So really the J part happened in the very first second of taking the image, and then the camera was still. That's important to note because of what was happening here. So coming across the sky was what I thought was a satellite, and when I circled it, it powered up, and this is what you're seeing right here. So this is moving across the sky. It gets here and you see the power up. And you can see right at this point, I thought it just did another power up, but it actually, the craft itself lit up. And I'll get a closer up view of this. It went on very lightly. It basically phased out and then phased back in, did another power up, and then did another power up. Now, I want to bring this up because I flashed my laser at it twice to see if I could get a response, an intelligent response back, and it flashed twice and phased out. It only caught the 10-second interval of the camera ended right here, so it missed the last flash and phase out. But yeah, so it almost captured the entire event. So I want to go back to the actual craft, because as you see here, this is what the light looked like. And for this to create this brightness in an instant where these stars had to have the shutter open for 10 seconds to create this brightness, this will give you an idea of how bright this was. This was almost like a camera flash. It was super bright when this one happened. This one didn't seem as bright, but let's take another look at the next image here, because I zoom in on this craft. And this has to be one of the most amazing things I've ever definitely captured, but even seen. Just this whole event itself. You can see the line here. That's the way it was traveling. So I'm wondering if it's stretched in this direction. I'm wondering if it's a sphere, because it almost looks like it could be a cigar shape or something, because I see a little bit of going away perspective. Or maybe it flew this way really fast in an instant. I don't really know. But I definitely wanted to share this, because this is, out of all of the things I've ever captured, this is by far the most amazing of anything. Anything like this, really, as far as, UFO related. And I was just lucky enough to get it right there. And it actually gave us a little show right there in the middle. So thanks for watching, you guys. Lots of love, light, and unity. We'll see you on the next one.